Hello everyone, Jonas here with another wonderful replay. Today I actually have for you two evil genius players. It's going to be EGStrifeCo Vs EGLZgamer. It is going to be a Terran vs Zerg matchup. It is going to be on Shattered Temple. We all love Shattered Temple. It's a great map, the replacement map for Lost Temple. For those newcomers to StarCraft, I will explain the map a little bit for you. You do have your main bases on the right, left, middle, and then bottom middle as well. And then you do have your expansion right outside your base here. Actually pretty easy to defend, just because you only have one place to actually block from, which is the main. Now the choke is pretty large though. You have to be kind of careful though, but it can be easily defended if you actually build some buildings down here and blockade it off. Now the tricky part is now you don't have an island anymore. You actually have destructible rocks down here that you can destroy to get to your third base, which is no longer, like I said, an island. It can be actually entered from the top or from the left here. So you want to be careful. You don't want to get... I mean, it can be kind of hard to defend this because there's two ways of getting into it. And then you have your high yield, which is the same thing. You have the destructible rocks blocking it, and then you have your rich mineral field to gather minerals from. Now you only have one Xel'Naga tower instead of two, though, which is in the middle of the map. But a little bit about this map, just so you guys are aware of it. We are going to see, excuse me, StrifeCo go inside the base and able to scout and see what EGLZgamer is up to. He does see that there's just going to be a barracks going down, and no, it doesn't look like he's going to be doing any type of 2 racks play, so he can easily expand, which is what he's doing. Going the hatchery first and not going spawning pool. Spawning pool will be thrown down right now, so he is going to be able to get some units produced here accordingly and get some structures up and going. EGLZgamer is going to be expanding, I'm sure, very shortly as well. He is building a supply depot outside his base to start blocking off this entry point here to make a wall off. No expansion yet, but he only has one barracks up, no gas, so he's obviously going to be going for a fast expand build, since he is doing that type of build. This Overlord might go down if he's not careful. It is going to go down, unfortunately, for EGLZgamer, and he is trying to hold off on this expansion, I think, just for a little while, just so StrifeCo does not see it go down. He is not going to throw it down quite yet, but he does have the 400 minerals to do so if he wanted to. I'm sure this time around he will be throwing down that expansion. There it does go down. He needs to be very careful though. There are Zerglings coming out, 6 Zerglings being produced. The cool thing about it though is StrifeCo is going to be supply blocked after destroying that Overlord. But here comes the Zerglings. He needs to be cautious about this because they can do some damage since there's not really that many troops here. He is starting to build a wall, which is always a good thing to do. He needs to throw a bunker down or something, but he's going to throw it a supply depot. So these Zerglings are going to have to go all the way around in order to get to these Marines. So very, very nice SimCity that EGLZgamer is building here. So he should be okay. And here comes the Zerglings going to poke its way around here to see what exactly is going on. And EGLZgamer knows about this, and he pushes his his Marines close to that bunker or depot, and they're going to have to back away. So no damage was caused there. Great job from EGLZgamer getting that wall up just in time. Worker count is going to be 22 to 20. Zerg is going to be a little bit ahead there, but not by much. Nothing to, put him far ahead or anything like that. StrifeCo doing a great job with his injections, keeping them up on the top base there. Building his queen right now as well. Destroying the back rocks so he can get his third expansion up as fast as he can as well. Both players just definitely macroing up, playing a very intensive macro game. Factory's finally going down for EGLZgamer, so he is going to go with some sort of possibly siege tanks down the road, or Hellion harassment. That's always a very popular one to do. But he is going to be starting to saturate this second base as well. Tech Lab finally going down for EGLZgamer as well, so he's going to be getting that stem probably very, very fast here. Deal with any type of harassment early on, or possibly put some pressure on StrifeCo, which isn't a bad thing to do. We do have combat shields being researched, and also we do have the speedlings coming out. The metabolic boost is being researched as well. So both players doing a great job with their macro and just getting those upgrades that are necessary Can't stress how important it is to get your upgrades. Some players actually forget about their upgrades and they wonder why they fall behind in the game. Always get your upgrades. I can't stress that. You see in the past 2 games the Terran player didn't really do their upgrades and they lost. You'll see a big difference in your gameplay if you get those upgrades that are necessary. Zergling poking around, seeing exactly what's going on. He does see that this base is well saturated now. And we do have a Baneling nest going down for StrifeCo as well, so he's going to be going for some sort of Baneling, Zergling build. Usually when you do this type of build, you're going to see some mutas down the road as well for harassment purposes. Very strong are mutas, very annoying as well to deal with, especially these close positions right here. It's so easy to come here and put some aggression on that production line. And there we go. We do have one attack going down for infantry early on. I love seeing that from a Terran player. You got to get your upgrades. I know I've said that like 10 times already in this one game, and you're probably sick of hearing it, but it's, like I said, people forget to do that. And we do see the Spire almost completed as well for this opponent, so we are going to see mutas down the road. And Stim Pack being researched as well for EGStrifeCo. EGStrifeCo doing a great job with his upgrades. And he's definitely going to be in a great position. A drop coming in here too. A beautiful drop actually. It destroys the Overlord. He needs to be very careful though. These Banelings can actually do a lot of damage. Does a great spread there. A beautiful spread there. And the mutas are going to be able to, or the Banelings are going to be able to pick off a few Marines, but the spread was very good. Even picking up some of his Marines there. And he's going to do a lot of damage to these drones here. 4 or 5 drones do go down already, and he's going to start working on some Overlords and some production buildings there. The Baneling nest is in danger of going down as well. It is going to go down. Even more Zerglings being destroyed. EGStrifeCo is doing a great job. StrifeCo's in a lot of trouble here, but here comes the reinforcing army. Banelings are going to be in here to clean this up probably. And there we go, picking up more Marines there. Great job. I love that micro that he's doing there. And he is going to be able to clean this up pretty effectively though for StrifeCo, but he did lose a lot there. I'm scared to look at the loss tab here. He's still not done. Doing a great job getting behind the mineral line so these Zerglings can't actually get a surround on these Marines. Still picking off more drones there. Unbelievable play from EGStrifeCo early on here. And the mutas are out, but there's too many Marines here to deal with one. That muta to deal with all this. And here comes the attack. Zerglings are coming in here to try to get a surround on them. This muta is going to come in here as well. Queens are going to come in here. So this is going to be cleaned up at what cost? Still doing damage. Oh my gosh, that muta goes down even as well. And the finally gets cleaned up. And look at the loss tab. 2050 to 600 is the mineral loss in that exchange there. So EGStrifeCo doing a great job. Worker count 48 to 43. Terran's going to be far efficient on the economic wise compared to the Zerg player because he does have meals as well. StrifeCo does start to drone up a little bit heavier now, so he is going to get ahead in the worker count. He does have a 3rd expansion that's being harassed as well, but this is going to be cleaned up by the mutas. Possibly no, the stem is going to come down and he has to have to back off a little bit. One more muta does go down, but there we go. That's going to be cleaned up there. We are going to see more mutas being produced, medevacs and siege tanks for the Terran player being built on the field as well. And we do have the harassment coming across the map here. A lot of mutas. He doesn't have anything really besides turrets, which is all he really needs to block this off. Two of them up on the base is going to be more than efficient to block this. Actually 3 even too. This is going to be a really good sim city that EGStrifeCo has. A very, very good player there. And that's all you need. To block off that muta harassment, so well played. And then we have EGStrifeCo actually pushing here a little bit more with a few siege tanks, a lot of Marines with that one attack, working on that one armor as well, so he's going to have some great upgrades. And we do have armory going down and Baneling that's being reproduced. Tons of Zerglings being built because he knows this pressure is coming. He needs to be very careful here though with those mutas. He doesn't want to actually exchange with the Marines. Those Marines can do a lot of damage. EGStrifeCo just trying to play off his siege tanks there, doing a great job. Here comes the Zerglings and mutas, and we're going to have a nice little engagement there. Marines doing a great job though, cleaning all this up. The Zerglings all go down, and we do have EGStrifeCo cleaning this up possibly here. but there's just so many medevacs healing these Marines, and the mutas can't really kill them. So just a great job from EGLZgamer with a small amount of troops. Banelings being produced here as well. There's one Thor on the way. That can make a big game changer here. And the mutas are flying around trying to get in some sort of position to destroy that siege tank. It's not going to happen though. He's not leaving that siege tank alone. And attack one going down for EGLZgamer for those siege tanks as well, and for the Thors. We do have one attack going down for the mutas though, so we are seeing some upgrades coming out from EGStrifeCo. But here comes the push. Siege tank is going to be up on the front here, and there's not really that many Banelings to deal with this, but here they come. Siege tanks are going to come here and do a lot of splash damage. The Zerglings are trying to chase down the Marines, and the Banelings are chasing after that, but the mutas are going to be able to take down the siege tanks, so great play from EGStrifeCo to deal with all these siege tanks. There's a lot of Marines on the field. I don't know if he can actually handle these Marines because there's no more Banelings on the field. He's going to have to pull everything off in order to deal with this. And I think that's going to be GG though with these 1-1 Marines here. Here comes the push with all the drones and mutalisks and more Zerglings joining up, but I think the damage was done. Great spread from EGLZgamer here to deal with this. And I think that's going to be it. And there's the GG from EGStrifeCo. And that just shows you how powerful those 1-1 Marines can be if you get the right upgrades. It's very, very important to get the upgrades. If he didn't have the 1-1, then those Banelings, mutas, and Zerglings would have probably torn him apart, but he was really good about getting the upgrades, getting the combat shields on them, and just getting all the upgrades necessary to deal with that. And I mean, he just did a great job keeping that harassment on, making little drops here and there. That drop at the beginning of the game, that was an unbelievable drop, and I was very impressed with that. So great job, EGLZgamer. That was a very, very nice game, and thank you for posting that replay pack. That's always a nice thing for a pro gamer to do for us, to show the community, you know, some awesome replays. But anyways, thank you for watching, guys, and keep on watching. That's all I have to say.